Please, dude, I said no. Literally have the sex trafficking line.
Get up. We're not talking. Get up.
I mean, he's clearly innocent, right? I mean, just like Carmelo Anthony, after stabbing Austin Metcalf to death, he ran away. That's what innocent people do, right? They run after they commit a crime.
I'm not trying to anyone, please. I literally said no. Can you grab my shoe?
Move.
BLM is outraged after devastating arrest made live on TV. And watch as this woke DEI Democrat, Ayanna Pressley, says that white Americans owe black Americans a debt.
And discrimination against black people. We are in a moment of anti-blackness on steroids, and we refuse to be silent. We will not back down in our pursuit of racial justice. The antidote to anti-blackness is to be pro-black, and we will do it unapologetically. The United States government owes us a debt, and we need reparations now.
And that they must pay financial reparations now.
A duty to repair. So let's make it clear. There is a debt that does exist. This country has taken so much from black folks and has a debt it owes because for over 400 years into this very day, this country has stolen black labor, black lives, and black futures. Industries were built and maintained through the subjugation of black people in this country, and wealth was built and maintained through the discriminatory policies that still plague us to this day. And to be clear, some people directly benefited from it or are direct beneficiaries of it. We have systems that create and perpetuate imbalances and balances in our society, and you either benefit from it or you are disenfranchised by it. And black people continue to be disenfranchised and harmed by these systems. Others receive advantages from it.
So this BLMer's denying anything.
35-year-old Aston Mack, BLM activist, worked with challenged children in Orlando, claimed to me that he had the sex trafficking hotline number on his phone in his pocket, was just going to help this girl out. But the texts tell a very different story.
This is absolutely insane. Press the like button, press the like, thumbs up, and stay tuned. I'm going to give you guys a whole lot more context around all of this.
Stop entertaining yourself in your discretionary time.
Patriots, we've just walked through a minefield of liberal deception, and the truth is shining brighter than ever.
The United States take a 747, but here's what's interesting to me. What the media isn't telling you, what no one's talking to you about, is this same 747 has been in negotiations for a year. The Biden administration is the one that started these conversations. It didn't start underneath the Trump administration. Why? Because we need a backup for Air Force One. Because right now the President of the United States is flying around on a 40-year-old plane, and there is no backup for it. The backup we had, the airframe started having structural issues. No one's discussing that part. They're just discussing that the deal ended with President Trump. Maybe the media doesn't know. Maybe I'll give them a pass. Maybe you didn't know. I'll give you the pass. I'll give you a pass on that one. But the fact is, this conversation started with Qatar.
Let's recap the bombshells we've uncovered and set the stage for what we need to see happen to keep America first, because the fake news media is scrambling and President Trump is leading the charge. First, we laid bare the stunning arrest of Aston Mack, a figure tied to BLM, the BLM movement, who was dramatically taken down in a sting operation led by none other than Chris Hansen, the predator hunting legend from To Catch a Predator. And the internet is on fire. Posts lit up with the news revealing Mack's alleged involvement in child trafficking. A gut punch to the narrative of his activism. Posts online and social media everywhere in the comments all even pointed out how Arsenal Football Club once propped him up as a BLM hero during protests. The contrast is chilling, folks. A public face of righteousness hiding dark secrets. He's probably looking for a handout, and he's going to claim the victim card and start a GoFundMe soon. Maybe rack up $500,000 to $1 million in donations. And this isn't just one man's fault. It's a wake-up call. We've exposed how the liberal media glosses over the flaws of the chosen icons, and we're demanding accountability.
Is it true that the hotline, the direct line between the Pentagon air traffic control and the DCA tower, has been inoperable since March of 2022?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Who maintains that hotline?
I believe the DOD maintains that hotline, but I think the next question would be, why were we not aware of it and insist upon it being fixed? And
I didn't have that written down, but it's a good one.
Okay. Moving forward, we want to see justice served in the courts. No excuses, no cover-ups, none of that Letitia James bullshit.
And you want me to sit in my seat and stand idly by and allow this craziness to happen? You can come after me if you want, but you elected me to stand up. You elected me to use the law. You elected me to go to court. You elected me to continue to challenge this administration. You elected me to stand up for the least of God's children. You elected me to continue fighting on, and I will fight on.
Okay, look at Al Sharpton in the back. First of all, he looks like he's about to disappear. He's lost way too much weight. Getting up and celebrating this. It's tough because you try to do all the using the justice system to destroy his life, and it's backfiring on you. It just doesn't work, man. Long term, it's not going to work. It's so painful to be hurt today. But she's still trying to fight the fight. Maybe the old man on the left is going to help her out. Who knows?
Every alleged predator must face the full weight of the law, and we're calling for a deeper look into who else might be hiding behind activist shields. The MAGA movement stands for protecting our children, kids, and our values, and we won't stop pushing until the truth is fully revealed. Like if you agree. Then we ventured into this surreal saga of Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. Tangled up in a Newsmax reported blockbuster bombshell, brutal news that's got everyone talking. Have you heard about this already? According to the story, Jeffries was a regular at Sean Diddy Combs' so-called Communist Party freak-offs. Extravagant, over-the-top bashes with truckloads of baby oil. And actors dressed as communist revolutionaries mock flag burnings, treasonous acts, and Jeffries allegedly demanding young Hispanic men in glittery Fidel Castro costumes for political catharsis. One account even described, you're not going to believe this, a 72-hour party marathon with mock military parades turning into dance battles, Diddy's supposed testimony and whispers of video evidence have Capitol Hill on edge, and while Hakeem, Jeffries' team, calls it weaponized fiction, kind of like how Letitia James says baseless but doesn't say innocent or it didn't happen or no, that wasn't me having sex with that young boy all doused in glitter as Fidel Castro, Hakeem. No, the story's too wild to ignore, folks. We've peeled back the layers, showing how the liberal elite might be indulging in these bizarre spectacles, cult-like rituals while preaching to us about morality.
Is that even registering as you're competing?
Honestly, no. I'm still a child. You're an adult, and for you to act like a child shows how you are as a person. And nothing I can do about people's actions, just focus on my own.
On Saturday, other competitors beat Hernandez in 2 of her 3 events. She won first place in triple jump. She is not currently ranked nationally, and she has been outperformed by over 2 meters in her jumps by girls competing in states that have banned gender-affirming care.
All I thought was, I don't think you understand that this puts your idiotic claims to trash. Now you have no proof that I can't be beat.
Oh my God.
Hernandez of Harupa Valley High School. Amazing 3 wins today. What was the SMR?
SMR, long, triple, and then I have high later.
And you still got the high jump. Amazing performances so far. How are you feeling just about how the day went today at the Ontario Relays?
Very excited. I don't know. I did not, after long, I was like, oh, maybe I'm not going to do as good as triple, but I'm glad that I performed pretty well, and I'm just excited.
Yeah. Can anybody say Fort Carson? Yeah. What do we do next? We're calling for transparency. Let's see any evidence if it exists and hold these politicians accountable. Sadly, the evidence would more than likely be some of this hidden camera footage that's been recorded all around Diddy's mansion, all around the compound. So beware, folks. You may see Hakeem Jeffries in some compromising positions that you really, once you see, you can't unsee. If this is real, it's a scandal that could shake Washington to its core. If it's not, we need the media to stop playing games with our trust, or at least teasing us. Either way, we're keeping the pressure on because the American people deserve leaders who walk the talk. And while the liberal world implodes under its own hypocrisy, President Trump is soaring to new heights. We shared his own words from yesterday, where he roasted the fake news media, saying, you know, the media, they have been very fair.
I just want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank the media. The media, I have to say, has been very fair. They've been very fair. They've been terrific, actually. I was watching some of our, normally they would not say good things, but they're having a hard time saying bad because this is a record tour. There's never been a tour that will raise, it could be a total of $3.5–4 trillion. This, just in this 4 or 5 days. And it's from great people. And our relationship now is very strong with Saudi Arabia. Nobody's going to be bothering that relationship. Nobody would be able to break that relationship because of my relationship with the Crown Prince and the family. The relationship is really strong. And when you talk about Qatar, the relationship is equal. I mean, it's just like nobody's going to break that relationship. We have never had a relationship with Qatar as strong as it is now. You know that better than anybody, and they're very happy, and we're going to protect you. We're going to protect you. That's the one thing you need, maybe, but I don't think you're going to need too much of that. And I said last night, it was a great meeting, great everything. They brought in Lee Greenwood to sing. It was a beautiful evening, and I appreciate it.
They have a hard time saying anything bad. This is a record tour. There's never been a tour that will raise a total of $3.5–4 trillion. Very good. That's right, Patriots. Trillions in economic impact, bringing jobs, prosperity, and strength back to our great nation. Benny Johnson nailed it with this post, pointing out how the media's got nothing on President Trump, so they're resorting to wild distractions like Mac's arrest and Jeffrey's party rumors or Biden's cognitive decline. But we see through it. Trump's tour is rewriting the rules, proving America First policies are unstoppable. And looking ahead, we want to see this momentum grow, more tax cuts, more jobs, and more wins for the American people, American workers, American businesses, America. We're calling on every patriot to rally behind President Trump's vision and drown out the media's noise with our voices and our mandate. Today's revelations are just the beginning, though. The arrest of Aston Mack and the Jeffries Diddy saga show us the liberal elite's house of cards is crumbling, and we're here to keep shining a light on their secrets. These stories fuel our fight, reminding us why we stand with President Trump and the MAGA movement. Why we voted for this. We're not just exposing the truth. We're building a future where America's values come first: family, freedom, and faith. But we're not done yet, folks. No. There's more to uncover, more battles to win, and more victories to celebrate. What's next? We're digging deeper into the scandals rocking the left, tracking Trump's next moves, and rallying our community to take back our country. You don't want to miss a single update because the fake news won't tell you what's really going on. That's why I'm asking you right now to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you're locked in for our next video. We're building an army of patriots, and we need you in the fight, figuratively, not literally. Imagine a world where every liberal lie is exposed, where Trump's America First agenda sweeps the nation, and where we, the people, take back our country from the elites. That's the future we're fighting for, and it starts with you. Subscribe now, turn on that bell, and join the MAGA movement in the comments section. I can't wait to read them all. Tell me, what do you want to see exposed next? And hold tight, because our next video is going to blow the lid off of something even bigger. Trust me, you'll wish you were here for it. So don't miss it.
You know what? You're living in an un-American society with a unitarian government that abuses power on all levels and treats Congress members as if we are the enemy. You know who the enemy is? The enemy is the enemy of the people, and that's the white supremacist that you're talking about.
Oh, white supremacist. Okay, thank you.
But that's it for today, folks. That's it for today, Patriots. Keep the faith, keep the fight, and let's make America great again together. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. God bless the USA.